Hey guys, this is Mark J. Hoffman Jr. with UCARE. I just thought I would do you guys a great favor and read off what's on a rights card. It's like a rights card whenever you get pulled over by the police or anything like that. That way you guys are completely and fully aware of your rights. Anyway, so they also call it a freedom card, just so you're aware of that. But this is what you want to have in order to give the police officers, so that way they know not to pursue anything further than what they stopped you for, especially if they stop you for illegitimate reasons. You want to hand them this. If they just stop you out of the blue without a reason, especially want to hand them this, etc. But regardless, no matter what, you always want to hand them something like this, and they're really good. You can look them up on Google. You can Google Know Your Rights cards and be able to find them just fine. Alright, so this freedom card, rights card says, for example, and this is the best one I've found yet. It says, I hereby invoke and refuse to waive all of the following rights and privileges afforded to me by the U.S. Constitution. I invoke and refuse to waive my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Do not ask me any questions. I invoke and refuse to waive my Sixth Amendment right to an attorney of my choice. Do not ask me any questions without my attorney present. I invoke and refuse to waive all privileges and rights pursuant to the case Miranda versus Arizona. Do not ask me any questions or make any comment to me about this decision. I invoke and refuse to waive my Fourth Amendment right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure. I do not consent to any search or seizure of myself, my home, or any property in my possession. Do not ask me about my ownership interest in any property. I do not consent to this contact with you. If I am not presently under arrest under investigatory detention, please allow me to leave. Any statement I make or alleged consent I give in response to your questions is hereby under protest and under duress and a submission to your claim of lawful authority to force me to provide you with information. This card itself states many things that are key and crucial points that are attempted to be avoided when you are pulled over by a police officer. They will do their best to avoid these rights that you have, and the second you invoke them, they're required to follow them, but yet they try to weasel their way out of them as much as possible, or try to make you forget your rights. Well, that's why you have the freedom card or the rights card, Know Your Rights card, because that way you can hand them a card directly and then just speak no further. Most of the time it gets the point across to where they know not to mess with you and they know not to do anything. And if they just don't speak to you or keep asking you questions, say, am I free to go? And if they say no, then they need to give you a reason, and if they don't give you a reason, they need to take you to jail. It's pretty simple. The rights card and freedom card is self-explanatory. For those who are true in wanting to debunk the system and are protesters or anything like that, they're really crucial in the part of what you need to keep on you in case of a police interaction. Alright, so there's one major thing that I know you guys needed to know. So enjoy, look it up, print them out. They're great to have. And make sure you tell your friends too, because the more you protect, the better you are too, because they need to know their rights just as well as you do. so that you guys can cover each other. All right, guys? It's Mark J. Hoffmans Jr. with UCARE. See you later.